Pacific Lutheran University's Mast TV presents Late Night with Sam Ellefson. Matt Driscoll. And our magical guest, Sean Sotaridona. Now give it up to your host, Sam Ellefson.
How are we doing tonight? Yeah. Welcome to Late Night, episode 5 of the year. Give it up for the hard-working crew. We've had the crew working non-stop, day and night the past week. Give it up for all the people on the show that you don't see up here on stage. Now let's get down to business. So, Washington State law enforcement has been selling weapons that they've confiscated. They have sold AR-15s and AK-47s back into the street. And I get the argument that people are going to get those guns anyway, so they might as well come from the police. But, I mean, it kind of feels like someone from Alcoholics Anonymous also running a liquor store. You know, or like your professor making you buy their textbooks. This doesn't feel right. Our state school funding plan makes it so that schools with lower income students receive less money. Schools like Washington State, or districts in Washington State will receive $2,000 more per student than Tacoma school districts who have 40% more low-income students. I guess Washington State's plan was to give money to the rich schools and hope that it trickled down to the poor ones. Yeah, the government officials have heard students saying they wanted more recess, so they used tactics that led to our country's greatest recessions. To evade the police in Gig Harbor, a man ran into the local YMCA, stripped down, and hid in the sauna. However, he was still wearing his boxers, which was a dead giveaway in a sauna full of naked old men. Yeah, he was confident enough to steal from a store, but not as confident as the elderly. A food bank was given an eviction notice in Seattle. And how does that even happen? Like, I guess they aren't making enough money on the free food they're giving away. Apparently, the landowner just wanted the space to build more high-rise housing. Like, what a jerk move. Hey, homeless people, remember how we took away your food? Well, here's more housing you can't afford. According to Cairo 7, 2 men tried to rob Girl Scouts. The key word there is tried. One of the men was even armed with a gun, but by the end of the encounter, the 2 men were sent running. So screw having guns in schools. Let's just use Girl Scouts. And we wouldn't have to pay them, just give them a badge. So some people tried to rob Costco, and if you want to see some efficient police work, check this out.
Come on, baby. It's coming this way right here. Hey, buddy! Wow, that worked out great. Yeah. Who too?
Talk about a surprise party! Hey, welcome! They tried to rob the Costco in the exact same way that they did it a few weeks prior. And it's ill-advised to reuse one of your papers word for word, let alone your plan to rob a corporate institution. And it's Costco. They should have just stolen in bulk the first time. I don't know what they were thinking. At a recent rally, Trump announced that his slogan for the 2020 campaign will be, "Keep America Great." Oh, trust us, Donald. Some of us are trying. Donald Trump recently hired John Bolton, which former President Jimmy Carter said was Trump's worst mistake. And John Bolton's worst mistake was using Just for Men on his hair, but not on his mustache. However, we won't be surprised if Trump tweets less and gets more work done, because everyone knows that nobody keeps your head in the game like a Bolton. All right, that's it for the monologue. We have a fantastic show for you tonight. We got Matt Driscoll, Sean Sotaridona. We'll be right back after this.
I once suffered from boring Friday nights. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was missing. Sam thing. was missing.
If this sounds like you, ask your provider about late night. Late night is PLU approved and has been clinically proven in 11 studies to improve your social life, cure erectile dysfunction, and operate prevent cancer. Do not watch late night if you are pregnant, may become pregnant, or have a bad sense of humor. Late night may lead to more procrastination of that homework you really should be doing right now. Do not drive or operate heavy machinery while watching late night. Be sure to use caution, as late night may cause noises to involuntarily come out of your mouth. In rare cases, consumption of late night may be fatal. If you experience spontaneous bowel movements, upset stomach, or bad grades, stop watching late night and consult your provider immediately.
I was born 20 years ago, but my life didn't begin until I started watching late night.
Late night. Laughter isn't the best.
Welcome back to Late Night! Before we interview our featured guests, we saw a video that was pretty fun. A dinosaur brought some police officers cookies at their station. We checked out this video here. Are we rolling? Now we're rolling.
What was that?
That was pretty fun, right? They came in with a costume and dressed up, and we thought that was really interesting, so we figured we'd bring in one of the police officers who was at the station. So we contacted our local friend, Officer Barrymore!
Oh my goodness! What? Okay. Wow. Friendly show you're running.
Officer Barrymore?
Sam?
So I understand you had a pretty historic surprise at the police station.
Oh, yes indeed we did. Some would even call it Jurassic.
They like that
about
one.
that all day.
So when you got to eat all the cookies, that must have been pretty fun, right?
No, Sam. I don't think so. I had to take care of business that day. I wasn't going to just sit around and eat cookies. I tackled the dang thing. There was a dinosaur in the office.
You tackled the person bringing you cookies?
Down!
You tackled the person bringing you cookies.
Sam, okay. What, do I look like a dinosaur to you? Is this like a dinosaur? No, I'm a person. I'm a person, okay? You don't think I know the difference between a person and a dinosaur? That thing was a dino.
It's very important to me that you know that there was a person inside the dinosaur costume.
There's a person in there? And already eaten a person. Okay, and you're angry at me for tackling the thing.
Did you listen to what I said?
Okay, have you seen Jurassic Park? Have you seen any Jurassic Park movie whatsoever?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Okay, well, I haven't. But what I can assume, tell me if I'm right or wrong, the plot is dinosaurs want to eventually take over the human race. Is that correct? Am I correct in this assumption?
More or less.
All right. What I can assume here is that this dinosaur was so inspired by these movies that he was going to take us all over, one cookie at a time.
You really don't like dinosaurs, do you, Officer Barrymore?
I love cookies. Hate dinosaurs. Despise them. In fact, if I was a dinosaur, I'd be a Despisasaurus Rex. I also thought of that one today as well.
Well, we have some bad news, Barrymore.
What? What's going on?
We invited the dinosaur who visited
Dinosaur's
you
here?
in the police station on the show.
Oh my, is that the same one? Let me get a good look at this thing. Oh my God, it is you, it's you. Son of a bitch. Stay calm, you just gotta show that you're authoritative. All right, buddy, drop those cookies. Drop them out of yourself, you're going downtown.
Well, that was Officer Barrymore, I guess. No more dinosaurs. All right. Well, what do you say we bring on one of our featured guests? Bring it up for Sean Sotaridona. It's something like that. He'll clarify when he comes out. Get it up for Sean. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Thank you. I like it.
Good song choice, Colin. Could you say your name correctly for us? I apologize.
Sean Sotaridona.
Sotaridona. Sotaridona.
Yeah.
Sotaridona. So, how old are you, Sean?
I'm 15.
You're 15. 15. You have your own fan pages. You have people who follow. What is that like?
That's really, okay, to be honest, it's all people from my school, but you know.
Well, same with me. I mean, do you ever like go on the fan page and be like, what are people saying about me? Are they pretty active or?
They're kind of active. It's just a bunch of people replacing the magic in Sean Does Magic and putting a random, like there's Sean Does Cooking, Sean Does Football. There's a lot of different ones.
And do you do those things?
I can't cook for my life, Sam. I'm sorry.
So do they just put Sean Does Cooking and then have a picture of you? Or?
They actually take the time to Photoshop me doing those activities.
Wow, that's determination. I wish we had one of those photos to show you, but we weren't prepared. So tell us a little bit about your America's Got Talent audition.
Oh, yes. All right. So last December, actually, I went up to Vegas to audition, and it's really, really scary and nerve-wracking because you're being judged by this one person with a desk that doesn't even look at you. But it's a really good time because you meet a lot of good talent in the area. There's a lot of magicians. There was another kid magician there that was spectacular, 3 years younger than me. He was crazy, but yeah, I know.
Is it just like a young trade, like as people get in young, or what is it?
I don't know what to tell you.
And they didn't look at you? Like, were they just like, so, Sean, do some magic for me? Or is that, I don't...
No, I would like perform magic at their desk, and they'd just be typing, and I'm trying to like get them to look, but they're not. It's really nerve-wracking.
Interesting. So when do you find out about that?
You know, I don't know if I can say a lot about it, but
okay.
You guys will have to watch the season to find out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Is it the next season?
Next season, possibly the one after. I mean.
Oh, cool. Well, cool. Well, hopefully we'll be seeing you soon on the television, and not the other television, not this one. So. You decided to do magic at a pretty young age. Like you were like the youngest member of some sort of magicians guild union thing. Can you tell us about that? Very articulate today. So.
I actually started doing magic at the age of 6. Yeah, I joined a magic club, and I don't know. I just got really upset. I'm like that one weird kid. You know, everybody usually gets into a magic phase, right? But I'm the weird kid that kept going with it. I don't know.
I mean, I was a weird kid, but I didn't succeed at things when I was 6 years old. What was that, kindergarten? I think I was making glue bookmarks in my travel box. Anybody remember that, the glue bookmarks? Nobody does, that's fine. So have you ever had a trick go horribly wrong when you were on stage?
Oh my gosh, I've had quite a few, I'm not gonna lie. Not on stage, hopefully that doesn't happen today. But no, I've gone to a few parties where there's 30 people crowding around me, and I just completely messed up. I've dropped cards before. It's not pretty.
Oh, what happens when you drop a card? Like, do you have a go-to cover, or?
No, they just look at me.
Do you have, so that's maybe not your proudest moment. Do you have a moment you're really proud of, or something that you look back and you're like, that is what makes me feel like a magician, like when I did that thing, or do you have something like that?
I would say one of my proudest moments is a video that actually went kind of viral, I guess you could say. I did a magic trick after a soccer game in front of a crowd of people, and they just all freaked out. It was completely non-setup, nobody, someone just came up to me and someone was filming it, and I happened to get a hold of that, and I posted on my Instagram, and it just circulated around the internet, and it has a cumulative 10 million views.
What? 10 million views? Can you give some of those to us? We have a view sharing system. So what are your plans for the future? When you're 15, you're incredibly, give it up for Sean. Look, I couldn't do this at 15 years old. What are your plans for the future? What is in the future for Sean?
I don't know, man. I really want to keep growing my Instagram page, YouTube page, and just build a community of peace, love, and positivity, and spread happiness through my magic.
You're 15, right? 15?
Yeah, I'm 15.
Jeez. That's incredible. Do you know, think you're going to go to school at all? Do you have any idea where you're looking?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest. I don't know if
Do you know, like, where you might look for school?
I've been getting a lot of emails from you guys. You guys are really persistent, not going to lie.
I help send those. Well, Sean, I think I have one more question for you.
Right.
So do you know how to make things disappear?
I think so.
Like, could you like rabbits or like hats or like student debt, like that kind of thing?
My parents ask me the same thing every day.
Well, thank you, Sean, so much. We're looking forward to seeing Sean's magic in a little while here. We'll be right back with more after the late night, though. Matt Driscoll.
I love late night!
Sit. Do you love late night? Do you love late night? Do you love late night? Yeah.
Jackson loves goldfish. Leo loves fetch. And Howie loves late night.
Welcome back to Late Night, everyone. Now, please help me welcome your next guest, Matt Driscoll. Give it up for him. Welcome to the show, sir.
That's my jam. Thanks for doing that.
No, you're welcome. Just for you. And Sean, and you. So, could you tell us about your role at the News Tribune a little bit? Just to kind of give us some background.
Sure, a little media literacy real quick.
Of course, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So I'm a columnist at a newspaper, so we've got a bunch of reporters. They basically do the news stories, the unbiased stuff, and then I kind of come in, local news columnist, offer my opinion or take, hopefully spark some conversations and dialogue in the community, things I think are important.
Oh, that's really cool. So you can
It's
just
not as cool as a 15-year-old magician, but it was like way popular, more popular than I will ever be. It's
well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think you have a good column.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's really. And so you get to write whatever you want, basically, or is that like do you just find a topic?
Within certain.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I get to choose what I write about, things I think are important. Obviously, I have editors and colleagues, so I bounce stuff off of. But yeah, for the most part, I make the column decisions, and 3 a week, and then they pay me. It's great.
Big bang boom.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Do you have anything that you tend to find yourself like writing towards, like as you're writing, like that topic just always seems to kind of come up as I'm writing, or those kind of things, especially?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as a local news columnist, the things I tend to write about most are, the things that are kind of pressing in the community and the news. So lately I've been writing a lot about homelessness, because obviously we've got a crisis going on there, a lot about the opioid epidemic, because that's really affecting our community. So, I try to choose things that are, impacting our community and, need further dialogue, further discourse.
And you get a lot of pushback on some of the things that you talk about. We're going to show a video after the interview of him responding to some of his feedback. Yeah. And what is that like when people will say like just terrible things to you after you've written an article?
Well, right?
Oh no, I don't.
Look, it comes with the job, right? I offer opinions. Some people like the opinions, some people don't like the opinions. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now, exactly 3 years almost. That used to be the angry, terrible email used to be kind of like the worst part of my job. Like, you just get this email and it would just kind of be like soul sucking. But now we started this column and this video that we do at the end of the month. And so now, like, at least when I get like a really terrible email, I'm like, oh, I'll just put that in a little folder over there.
More views out of it.
Save that for the end of the month. And so, it's kind of cathartic in a way to at least have this outlet for it. But yeah, I mean, the criticism or the sharing of opinions, it kind of goes with the territory, and so I'm open to it. I mean, I think reader interaction is really important. That's kind of part of the purpose of what a columnist does. And so, you know, I try to respond to folks thoughtfully when it's warranted, and, you know, again, they pay me.
Right.
Just to be clear.
So, did this where you saw yourself going, like when you were, like, I don't know if maybe in college when you were growing up, you're like, I want to be a columnist, or is this just kind of something that happened?
Yeah, well, first of all, I went to Evergreen, so there was a lot, of like hacky sack and, you know, all this, drum circles.
Hammocks, probably.
Yeah, a lot of that. I got 16 credits in hammocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean, I wanted to write. My goal, I've always kind of, at least, had an ability to write, so I was trying to figure out a way to write. So I went to Evergreen, you know, worked on my writing, and then I got out. It was kind of right in the cusp of the Great Recession. I was like, what did I do going to Evergreen? I'll never be employable.
Well, Sean can make that disappear. I don't know.
Right? No, I'm interested in that. And so, you know, it just kind of began a process of, okay, how can I actually support myself by writing? And I started writing as a journalist. I did music journalism for a while. You know, wrote for alt weeklies mainly, Portland Mercury, the Weekly Volcano up here. I was editor of that for a while. That kind of progressed. I did 3 years. I make it sound like prison, but I did 3 years at Seattle Weekly, where I kind of transitioned to hard news. Where, you know, again, at this point, I'm a reporter. I'm not really offering opinions, although in the alt press world you get to kind of play with that line a little bit. And then the job opened up here for the columnist position, and because I was a Tacoma guy and kind of was, you know, a little bit known in the community, it you know, presented an opportunity. But, you know, the columnist thing is totally, it's definitely been a transition, and it's taken a lot of getting used to, because, you know, you're out there, you know, I mean, who cares about my opinions, right? And so it's kind of a.
Well, we do. I mean, we all showed up to hear your opinions.
Well, I heard a lot of excitement for the magician outside. I'm just going to say that right now. But yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a great job. It's by far the best job I've ever had, and I really like it. And I'm really kind of grateful to have the opportunity to have that platform and kind of raise the discussions that hopefully I raise.
It's really cool. It's really cool. And yeah, give it up. Give it up to Matt. Yeah,
that's right.
We were talking with the people waiting outside about like 45 minutes ago. Matt texted us and he's like, "Hey, I'm outside. The doors are closed." And that was
it's a true story.
They're shut. I don't know what to do.
Hey, accurate. Yeah.
You still get, but you don't get paid here.
I know. I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so we kind of were talking about, like, you're a columnist, you get to write about your opinion a lot. What is kind of your take on, like, the fake news era, where anything that goes out there could be labeled all of a sudden, oh, that's fake news, you just disregard it?
Right, yeah, I mean, it's terrifying in a lot of ways, right? I mean, because we're kind of living in this environment where facts are fungible and you can kind of silo yourself off and, you know, only hear the things that you already are predisposed to believe in, and anything that, you know, kind of challenges that can just be kind of dismissed. And as a journalist, I mean, that's, you know, I mean, that's a terrifying prospect. I mean, if you really think about the implications of, you know, like, facts not mattering, like, that's you know, that's
scary.
That's
terrifying.
Slippery,
What does matter if you're not facts?
Right. You know, so how do you hold institutions in check? How do you how do you write stories in a way that keeps our democratic institutions in line? So it's terrifying, but it's also, you know, probably one of the most important times to have this job in history, because, you know, people need real, reliable journalism more than ever now. So it's also, you know, it's terrifying, it's depressing, it stinks, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's hugely inspiring to get up in the morning and you know, continue to do this, because, man, we need it.
Yeah, definitely. So, kind of along the line, there was I saw an article that the Tacoma News Tribune posted about Como 4 and the Sinclair stuff kind of going on. Do you have kind of just like some sentiments about that you could share with us, and what's kind of going on with?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, first and foremost, as a journalist, you know, working in this field for a number of years now, like, you know, I mean, I guess my immediate reaction is feeling a little bit sorry for some of the, you know, and I don't know, are they watching? Do you think a lot of the Como folks watching this? I don't know.
They might be, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But for those who don't know, Sinclair has been making it so that people have to read certain affiliated, what would you call those? Like,
well, I mean, I think the critique would be that Sinclair is a fairly right-leaning, right-wing, corporation, and they're kind of forcing, similar to Fox News, kind of forcing stories or opinions or viewpoints that kind of fit that narrative. And so, getting back to my reaction to it, I feel bad. I feel sorry for the journalists who work there because, kind of being subjected to this and forced into that position has got to be terribly tough because, you hear like kind of the hardliners or the absolutists being like, well, why don't you just quit, And it's like, people have families, people have contracts that are hard to get out of, so I hate to use the word hostage, but you really feel for them to kind of, because, I've been at a paper where a new owner comes in and everything changes, and that's, that's tough. But at the same time, like, what Como does, delivering local news, like, I have trouble believing that the bulk of the stuff that they do is really going to be, they're doing local crime stuff, local stories, I mean, nobody's interjecting like, could you say Donald Trump's really good in this story about the local school levies? Like, nobody's doing that. Yeah. Now it's, the more national stuff that they're forced to run, that feels gross, and I just, I feel sorry for the journalists that are stuck in that situation, and I hope there's a path forward for those folks and for Como, because I mean, it's, as we have fewer and fewer media outlets to choose from, it's important that, the ones that we do have can kind of stay, objective and unbiased.
Yeah, well, thank you for those words. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, one last question for you. Do you have a favorite person that you've ever like interviewed or had to do a story on that just like got you really excited or was just really interesting?
I don't want to divulge too much, but I saw these questions somewhat in advance, so I had a little bit of time to prepare, not to pull the, but not to be a total bummer, but like the stuff that really, like the things that I think about that really resonate for me are, kind of the powerful stories that are I wouldn't describe as fun. Like I think about a young man by the name of Noah, who I just interviewed and did a rather lengthy article on a few months ago, who's battling back from opioid addiction, and like he was really in the depths, and I talked to his mom and spent a lot of time like going through the family's history of trauma and like kind of how he got to that. And like those are impactful stories, and so like that wasn't fun. I don't look back and I'm like, that was a good chat, Noah. Like we really, delved into your personal drama there, or your personal trauma. But like those are the stories that make me excited to go to work. Is the stories that hopefully resonate with people and show people truths or a side of humanity that sometimes gets lost in the world we live in, and makes people stop and think, and hopefully be a little bit more compassionate and empathetic.
Wow. That was really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have more coming to you. We have a new game called The Headlines You're Not Going to Want to Miss. Check out some of Matt Driscoll's video right after this. We'll be back with more from Late Night. Thank you so much. Matt, you can just stay up here. Thank you so much. That was super cool to hear all that.
Welcome to our monthly feature.
Ellefson.
You rip,
is this good?
I respond. Your basic problem is you're a idiot, and your abject ignorance just makes your idiocy worse. Why don't you stick to topics you know something about, if any, or STFU? Thanks, Dawn.
Gonna be up here?
Seems like that first sentence is maybe a little bit redundant, but then again, I don't know much about copy editing, so I'm gonna STFU.
Why don't you sit in this chair?
Please step up and be the first citizen to help the City of Puyallup and its citizens forge a path of progress. Please provide your home address to the Puyallup City Council so that they can let any person experiencing homelessness know where they can safely relieve themselves. Thanks, Marvin. Believe it or not, you were not the only reader this month to suggest that I let those experiencing homelessness in Puyallup use my yard or my house to use the bathroom. In fact, there were at least 3 of you with that suggestion, so. You pieces of at the TNT continue to weave your opinion into every story. To see how journalism works, educate yourself at Breitbart or Drudge. Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Can we have one of you please tell me you're joking. You're joking, right, Bob? When you offer your solutions, ones that really work, you can become the next wizard, green robe and all. You can be the guy who has all the answers instead of just being a snarky critic who takes potshots from the pages of a mediocre newspaper.
Act as if you're talking to the back.
Thanks, Jan. I actually I got a soft spot for robes, so that sounds pretty appealing to me, especially given the kind of uncertainty in the newspaper industry. So I think I'm in. Any word on how the benefits are?
What is your name?
You bleeding heart liberals disgust me. You morons are so stupid, you don't know what illegal means. You liberals are not going to continue to dictate to real Americans what we can and can't do. Thanks, Jade. A few weeks ago, I sat down with a handful of local dreamers here at Tacoma Community College. All of them are either going to work or going to school, most of the time both, trying to make a life for themselves in this country, the only country they've ever known. So I think it's really kind of dangerous to start declaring who's a real American and who's not a real American based on this. I think the important thing to keep in mind is this is the only country these kids have ever known, and they're just trying to make a life for themselves. So hopefully we can find a way to provide a path forward for them, a future for them, and kind of get out of this political partisanship game that they're caught up in at the moment.
And how many times have you watched that?
As a Puyallup resident, it's amazing how a dweeb such as you knows us so well. Get lost, for brains. Thanks, Gary. You know, I haven't actually been called a dweeb in quite some time, a very long time, in fact. I think since elementary school, when I was growing up in Puyallup. But to your point, I don't think you actually have to be from an area to understand how it feels about a certain subject, in this case homelessness. Really, you just have to listen. And I've spent a lot of time listening to folks in Puyallup, and folks in a lot of places tell me how they feel about the homelessness crisis that's kind of really affecting this whole region. A number of people in Puyallup are upset. They feel like the city council or law enforcement isn't doing enough to crack down and clean up open-air drug use or urination, defecation, property crimes. And then others feel like, you know, the city's not being compassionate enough, it isn't doing enough to help these folks actually get off the street. And probably most people fit somewhere in the middle of that. So I don't think the key to understanding how a community feels comes down to whether or not you're from there or not. I think it just comes down to listening. And I think we could all probably benefit from a little bit more listening, in this case and a lot of others.
Welcome back to Late Night, everyone. Welcome. We've got a very fun game for you today. We've got a game called Head Lies. And what's going to be going on here is we're going to have articles such as this one that are real headlines that have been published that we found online. And we're going to play it kind of fibbage style. So each contestant will get to put an answer in, and they'll get to figure out which one is actually the right answer, because we'll put the correct answer in the pile. Do we have any questions, contestants? Can we have the two audience members introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Zach.
Give it up for Zach!
Hi, I'm Taylor.
Give it up for Taylor! All right, so the first headline we have is sick Minnesota boy dies after parents blink instead of calling ambulance. Give a few seconds to write down your answer. Oh, and Zach, write this one on the sticky pen first. All right, as we get our answers in here, I can take that from you. There we are. All right, we all good to go? Everybody's answers in? Everybody good to go? All right. We have a sick Minnesota boy dies after parents blink instead of calling an ambulance. We have create a power outage. Timely. Timely. Watch Late Night. Thank you for that, whoever that was. point and laugh. Prayed. And go shopping. All right, contestants, I'm going to go through these. Write down which one you think is the correct answer. We have create a power outage, watch late night, point and laugh, prayed, and go shopping. And as you get your answer, Sean, are you good to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What'd Sean go with?
Well, prayed.
Prayed. All right. Taylor, what are we going with?
Go shopping.
Going shopping. Zach? Point and laugh. Matt?
Going shopping.
Shopping. And the final answer, or the real answer is prayed! You got 2 points. We got a point for both of our featured guests. PLU students, we got to step it up here. We got to step it up. All right. Our next headline. Man sues date for blank during Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, you have a few moments to write down here. As you get your answers, please pass them up to me. It's so quiet in here. Yeah! Thank you, yes! All right, here we go. It's a very intense game, I can tell. You're all very into it. That's what's going on. All right. Man sues his date for blank during Guardians of the Galaxy. Once again, we have watching late night. Texting. Sleeping. Crying. Loudly burping. And we're back to watching late night. So we have a few moments here watching late night, texting, sleeping, crying, loudly burping, texting. I think I've said that one already. Cheer on our contestants as they write down their answers here. All right, we'll start on this end here. Zach, what do you think the correct answer is?
Texting.
Texting, all right. Matt? Also texting. Crying. And back to prayed. Oh, no, texting on the front. There we go. All right, let's see what the final answer is. Texting! Wow, points all around. Roll job. Is everyone but Matt? Huh? No, Matt got it. Taylor. Taylor. All right. French fitness model dies from exploding blank. All right. Cheer on your contestants again as we go to write our answers. We have a few moments here. Sean, you look confused. Do you think that's taken care of? Taylor looks like she knows the answer. Oh, maybe not. All right, we got our answers here. Good to go. All right. French fitness model dies from exploding appendix. Very medical. Very practical and medical. Whipped cream canister. Shake weight. I don't want to see that happen, but I'm curious. Diarrhea. Soup. All right. I'll read them off again. Contestants, right answers now. We have appendix, whipped cream canister, shake weight, diarrhea, soup, and we're back to appendix. All right, as we get those answers down. Sean, you look ready to go. What do we got here? What's your final answer?
Got whipped cream.
Whipped cream canister. Yeah, give it up, whipped cream canister. Yeah. Taylor?
I also said whipped cream.
2 whipped creams.
I'm really hoping shake weight.
Shake weight.
I also hope shake weight.
We're hoping that they died from the shake weight. Perfect. All right, the final answer is whipped cream canister. All right, how many points does everyone have? Are we keeping track? You got 1 point for Matt, 1 for Zach, 1.
I got everyone. So
Sean's perfect. Yeah, he cheated somehow, I'm sure. All right, women on Tinder date get stuck in window trying to retrieve blank. Women on Tinder date get stuck in window trying to retrieve blank.
I'm too young for this, bro.
Sean says he's too young. How are we feeling over here, Matt?
I feel confident.
He feels confident.
I actually might be too old.
Too old?
Yeah.
No, nonsense.
I miss Tinder. Pass me by.
All right. Final answer, Zach. Dean will mix up the answers over here. You give it up for Dina for coming out and helping out. All right. Women on Tinder date get stuck in window trying to retrieve her SoundCloud mixtape. Her dignity. Poop. Roses. And phone number. So we've got phone number, her SoundCloud mixtape, dignity, poop, roses, and phone number. All right, do we have some final answers here? Sean, what do we got? Looks like you're ready to go. He's been first every time. He's got everyone right.
I've got phone number.
Phone number. All right.
Dignity.
Dignity.
Phone number.
Phone number. We got phone number. Roses. All right, let's see what that answer is. Poop! I know you're curious, but here's what happened. She went to the bathroom and clogged the toilet and didn't want to clog the toilet, so she took it out and placed it in a bag on the counter and forgot about it. Talk about a Tinder date gone wrong.
I feel like dignity could also.
Dignity, yeah. I'm going to give points for dignity. I'm going to give it. Taylor's got 2. All right, this is our 5th and final one. Sean, let's give a score recap. Sean, we've got 3?
Yeah, 3.
3, 2, 1, 1. All right, let's just make this winner takes all. All right, winner takes all. It's close enough. NYC Strip Club claimed dancers are like blank to avoid taxes. NYC Strip Club, not Trip Club, very different. Claim that dancers are like blank to avoid taxes. Think for a moment. This is the final question. Cheer these guys on. They've done a great job. All right. Back in. Oh, we have Zach, wrong one. Back in these final answers here. Thank you, Matt. All right. All the answers are in. How are we feeling, contestants? We're feeling good. Does anyone think they got it right? Nope. Oh, it seems unlikely. NYC Strip Club claimed dancers are like politicians to avoid taxes. Interns to avoid taxes. Medical treatment for patients to avoid taxes. Therapists and mascots. So we have politicians, interns, medical treatment for patients, therapists, and mascots. All right. Get our answers written down. You look like you're ready to go, Matt.
I'm feeling this one.
All right, let's see what you got.
Therapist.
You got therapists. Therapists.
I also
Sean?
got therapists.
Also therapists. Therapists and politicians. So either Zach wins it all and everyone loses, or everyone wins except Zach. Or nobody wins. Let's see what we've got. Therapists! Give it up for the contestants of the show. We've got some magic from Sean right after this. Stay tuned for more from Late Night. Great job, everyone. Great job, Taylor. Great job.
Ooh, I don't think I have one.
Good job, man.
So I'll just be over here and then I'll call you.
Quit being dramatic.
I'm not being dramatic, Laney, and I'm not going.
I'm worried about you. I'm moving across the country in a few months. Gabe put a lot of work into this party, and you're my best friend. You're going.
So, do you know anyone here?
I think her. I think we had a class together or something.
Oh yeah? What class? Was it chemistry?
I just don't do this.
Tonight, you're not Ed.
You want me to be someone other than who I am? I just wish it was someone else. Or somebody like Laney. He said I should reinvent myself. Maybe somebody would want to be friends with her.
Sean Sotaridona, is that right? Sotaridona. Riley.
This is just temporary.
I'll just ask you.
Hello, PLU's late night host Sam Ellefson here to test some Washingtonians geography. We're going to see if Washingtonians can identify the most important state in the entire country. Minnesota. We've got our map here. That there is Minnesota, and we're going to see if some Washingtonians can identify it. All right, let's go check it out.
Oh boy. Right here. Good.
That is Indiana. That is not Minnesota. That's the land of the Hoosiers. No, Minnesota is this one here. This is where all the respectable people are from.
Right there.
Ooh, South Dakota. It's a pretty good state. Not quite though. Thank you though. Thank you for playing. Have a good one.
I know it's like somewhere up here.
That's right. I'm from there, so there's a lot lying on us.
That's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna say Minnesota is right here.
Oh God, that's North Dakota. There's nothing there. Point at it again. That's Kansas. You've seen The Wizard of Oz. That's where Dorothy's from. That's Nebraska, land of the Cornhuskers. It was close though. It was close. You got the Midwest right. That's good. So that's Wisconsin. That's the exact opposite of Minnesota. We were not a huge fan of that. I know they have cheese. I do like cheese, but they wear it on their heads.
That is odd, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. They're weird people. All right, let's head out. Dang it! Dang it! No, it's not next to Michigan. It's next to Wisconsin. This is Michigan.
That's how I remember Michigan. I remember Michigan. That looks like Michigan.
That's Wisconsin.
No, I'm doubting this.
Oh, that's Wisconsin again. More people have guessed Wisconsin than Minnesota. I'm personally offended.
Yeah, I'm good.
That is Iowa. The only thing Iowa's good for is to drive through to get to good places. So, I mean, yeah, Minnesota's far superior, which is why we're above them. See that? Yeah, gotcha. Thank you for playing, though. Oh, another Iowa again. Thank you, sir. Thanks for playing. It was close. It was close. See, it's starting to live up. I don't know if people from Washington know where Minnesota is. Maybe they think it's a mythical land. I'm not sure. I'm from there. It exists. I'm telling you.
Minnesota is right here.
She got it. She got it correct. You're the first person from PLU to get that right. Yeah, we're the first person. Well done. Well done. That's my homeland. Yeah, me and my ancestors. Thank you. So thank you. Yeah, so the hat on top, the face, pot belly, and Louisiana's the shoe. Fun stuff. Your question is, where is Minnesota?
Minnesota is here.
She got it. She got it right. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. You've won the game. You've won. Excuse me, could you show me where Minnesota is? Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota, that one.
She got it. Boom, nailed it. Have a good one. Thank you. She doesn't know where it was. It's my home state. It's very important to me. It's a great place. It's right here. See, it's resting above all these other inferior states below it. Am I being too biased? Is it coming off? He got it, I think. It was somewhere in that swipe. Well done, Dakota. Oh, hey there, Brian. Oh, he's on the phone. We don't want to disturb him. Which one are you pointing at? Nebraska or South Dakota? Yeah, my poor Minnesota. Hopefully our Minnesotan viewers are still watching. We'll be back with more from Late Night. Welcome back to Late Night. And now, please give it up for the magical, the fantastic Sean Sotaridona.
What's up, everybody? Wow. How is everybody doing tonight? You guys doing good? Yeah. You guys are a very, very convincing crowd. All right, let's get started. You know what? I have a lot of magic for you guys. You guys are such an awesome crowd. You're probably, you know, I got to be honest. You guys are the best late night Friday crowd I've had all week. Not gonna lie. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing a little bit of magic. I'm gonna try to do something that you've never ever seen at a magic show before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little card trick. Yeah. What we need is we need a couple of assistants. We pre-picked some right here. If you guys could come to this stage, give them a big round of applause as they join us on stage. Right here. Alrighty, what's your name?
I'm Aria.
Aria, nice to meet you. Give her a round of applause. Yours? Megan, nice to meet you. All right, what we got here is a deck of cards. You guys know what a deck of cards looks like, right? Different numbers, letters. What I'm going to have you do is each pick a card, all right? It's a nice mixed-up deck of cards. I'll even give it a shuffle for you guys. And I'm going to go through the deck like this, and I just want you to say stop for me, all right? As I just go through.
Stop.
Right here, that's your card. Go ahead and show it to the audience. And you too, go ahead. As I go through, just say stop.
Stop.
Right here, that's your card. Go show the audience. All right, we're going to try something, all right, using these two cards. We're actually going to make it even harder than it is originally. We're going to combine these two cards. All right? It's okay if I see the cards. I've seen this trick before. What we got here is the 3 of spades, right? And the ace of hearts. If we combine these 2 cards together, we'll have the 3 of hearts. The 3 of hearts. That is now your guys' card. This makes it even harder because I have no idea where in the deck of cards the 3 of hearts is. No idea, right? How many tries would you give me to find the card? You know what? Actually, let's take it one step further. Let's take it one step further. Look, instead of finding the card, let me just do this. Watch. All I have to do is snap. You guys come in close for this. Look, you'll see that the 3 of hearts has completely vanished, right? Completely vanished from the deck of cards, just like that. It is not in there. I have not touched any. I've just been standing here the entire time. Look. Look. Under this cup, there is 1 card. 1 card under the cup. 1 card and 1 card only. The 3 of hearts, just like that. All right, we're gonna try something else now. Also using a deck of cards. Do you want to do me a favor? Reach in here and just grab anyone that you want, any card at all. Not that one. Not that one. No, wrong. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. No, for real. Here, can you reach in here? Just grab any card that you want from me, any card at all. Great card. And can you do me a favor? Sign your name nice and neatly right across that front side for me, so you know it's your card. All right? Just nice and neatly right across that front side. Ooh, dang, she's got a signature right there. You famous? All right, and can you also sign your name nice and neatly across the front side for me so you know it's your card? Alrighty, and while you're doing that, can you also put your credit card number, social security? No, I'm kidding, I'm joking. I'm joking here. All right, we're gonna try something using this. Put this away right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the card right here. We're gonna lose it roughly around the middle, just around there. Say that's about the middle right there. I'll even shuffle up the cards a little bit. How many tries will you guys give me to find the card? 1. Did someone say 1?
1.
Oh my God. Okay, I heard someone say 3. We'll do the middle. We'll go 2. 2 tries. All right, let's see if we can do this. What was the card that you picked, by the way? It was 9 of spades. Yes. Okay. We reach in here. 1 card and 1 card only. The 9 of spades. Was that 3? Okay. We got 2 more. Wait, 1 more try, right? Whew, okay. Reach in here. 1 card and 1 card only. No, not that one. Nope. It's this one. 1 card and 1 card only. The 9 of spades. That was. All right. So basically, you guys were wrong, right? Not even close to any of the cards that you picked. But you know what? I have a solution for this. We have this thing called the Magician's Insurance Policy. And it ensures that your card is somewhere on here. Look, it says right on here, this policy covers a magician for failure of warped cards, faulty fingers, and spectators, right? And it guarantees that your card is on here. It guarantees. You don't look like you believe me.
I'm doubtful.
All right, ready? Look, your card is somewhere on there. Look at that. Look at that right there. Why is no one clapping? Okay, I know that wasn't fair. I should probably just quit my day job or something. 1 card, 1 card only. The 9 of spades. But you know what? That was not fair. That wasn't fair at all. I didn't actually find your card now, did I? Not at all. You want to help me with this? Sure. We're actually going to find your card, all right? So I'm going to grab the top card here. I don't think it's your card, the Jack of Clubs. All right, we're going to try something with this Jack. Can you hold out your hands for me, both of them? Hold up just like this. What we're going to take the Jack. I want you to hold on to that for your life really, really tight. All I have to do, watch this. I snap here. I snap there. That's all it takes. Go turn that over. Show it to the audience. 1 card and 1 card only. The 9 of spades. Thank you guys so much. I'm Sean Sotaridona.
Number shot. It's 15. It's 15.
Thank you guys.
That's it for this episode of Late Night. We'll be back May 11th. Stay tuned for more from Late Night. How are you doing? Fight right now. I mean, I'd like to get undressed a little bit. I mean, not undressed, but like, you know. Yeah, good to go. So, Sean, are you still planning on being around for sleight of hand stuff?
Yeah, I can go around.
If you want to do some sleight of hand with Sean, he's going to do some tricks for you if you want to head up to him. But thank you all for coming. Thank you for a great show. Have a great rest of your night.